kids? Caleb here from Game Glyph, and we're going to talk about another Sega Genesis launch game. That's right, we're going to talk about Thunder Force 2, which was the fourth game that I'm going to talk about in the Sega Genesis launch lineup. That's right, we've talked about 4, we've got 2 left counting this one. Let's talk about Thunder Force 2. Check it out. Thunder Force 2 was developed by Technosoft and released in 1989 here in America. The game was originally developed for the x86 Sharp computer, but no one here in America even knows what the hell that is, and we're not even going to talk about that right now. The game was one of the 6 launch games for the Sega Genesis here in North America, and was also released, of course, on the Mega Drive. Thunder Force 2 is a sequel to Thunder Force 1, but it looks a lot better than Thunder Force 1 because here it is in the Sega Genesis. Thunder Force 2 is a shooter. That's right, you're in a ship and you fly around shooting stuff. Shooty, 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 shoot. There's lots of power-ups in this game you can pick up to enhance your shot. It's a really fun little game. I actually really enjoyed it. It's actually really impressive for the Sega Genesis launch. These graphics are definitely a leap beyond anything they could have done on the 8-bit NES, showing again that Sega does what Nintendo don't. And these power-ups in this game are really, really sick. You can shoot like all around you can change between these different attacks. Of course, there's screen bombs. You're trying to clear out all these screens worth of enemies in this overhead perspective. But that's not all this game has to offer. There's actually another mode in this game that switches to a more traditional side-scrolling shooter. I really enjoyed these stages. I like how they switched up the gameplay between the 2 different views. I found that really nice and kind of innovative. I'm sure it was innovative for the time, especially when it came out. The graphics in this game are really, really nice. Look at that sprite work and all the stuff going on screen at one time. There's no slowdown that I noticed at all in this game. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on screen at one time, and I did not see the game stutter even for a second. So I'd give the graphics of this game a really, really high rating. I mean, I could never imagine a game that looked this good on the regular Nintendo. Not even possible. The music and sound effects in this game are awesome. I find myself bobbing my head to the soundtrack the entire time. It gets me really pumped up to play the game. Really, really good soundtrack and really, really nice sound effects. Crisp. Controls in this game are absolutely not a problem. They're really, really tight and really, really responsive. They're also very simple. If you die in this game, it's completely your fault. And I actually am not good at these kind of games, but I found myself doing pretty good at this game because it was pretty fair and lenient with the controls. They were not too loose. They was tight. The gameplay in this game is where it really shines. This game is a hell of a lot of fun to play, even now, and definitely holds up in time. Sure, the graphics aren't as flashy as a lot of modern shooters, but they look pretty freaking awesome, and I love that pixel art style. There's a lot to do in this game, and these overhead views, you gotta clear out all these enemies to get to the next stage. And it's a really, really fun game. You can pick up power-ups the whole time, and so yes, I would really recommend this game to anybody that's a collector of Sega Genesis games. In fact, I'd put this on a must-have list, and I would give this game a 10 out of 10. It's that much fun to play. I go back and play this game all the time. I love Thunder Force 2. I love the whole Thunder Force franchise, and I'm totally going to talk about all of them eventually. But this one right here, this was a launch game for the Sega Genesis, and it blew people away. It blew me away. I had to rent this game over and over again just to beat it. It's a really, really fun game I couldn't recommend enough. Again, this game gets a 10 out of 10. Thunder Force 2 for the Sega Genesis rocks. Thanks for watching Game Glyph, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!